something like 30% of Bitcoin, or even worst estimate was 50% of Bitcoins will actually be lost. This is basically the US government saying all of these items are now going to be considered for national defense. It should get to test this level, 85 to 86, 84 to 86 level. I'm saying 70% chance. Well, so Bitcoin and stocks are looking pretty strong here. Are we going for a blow off top here in stocks and Bitcoin? Look at this. Stocks gonna lead this run, right? Because they're at new all-time highs, but also breaking above the channel. That's the weekly close. We could say we've had 2 weekly closes above this channel. Now, this one last week was too close to call. This one that just ended, right, on Friday is basically definitely a close above this massive 6-year channel. This was ever since the COVID crash, and now we've had 1 close. For this to be confirmed, oh, by the way, we're going to switch to Bitcoin and, some of the minerals and look at why Bitcoin could be set up for a big run here, right? And why Bitcoin could have ended the bear market earlier than a lot of people thought. A lot of people were waiting for October. I said, I don't think it's going to bottom in October. I don't think the 4-year cycle is applying. That's my opinion. So this is a peak above this trend line. It still can fake out and come back down. But look, if that happens, I think Bitcoin should do pretty well, because Bitcoin is seen as a risk on asset, and when the stock market is taking off, when these AI driven stocks, pretty much all the semiconductors are taking off, and then they say, well, what's something else that hasn't ran yet? Well, Bitcoin's still down 40%. So when the market is feeling a lot of risk on appetite, right, then it'll push Bitcoin up. It's kind of like when Bitcoin, at the end of its bull run, it basically lets the altcoins have a big run. Same thing here. Basically, the stocks have a big run, and at the end of a blow-off top stage of the stock market, then it lets Bitcoin, risk on assets such as Bitcoin, have a bull run, right? And then it's kind of like altcoin season, but Bitcoin is the altcoin compared to these semiconductor stocks, compared to these AI stocks. The number of Bitcoins on major exchanges, on all exchanges all added up, has gone from 3.2 million Bitcoins down to 2.7 million. So that's 500,000 Bitcoin gone. 500,000 Bitcoin gone. And as we know, Satoshi himself has 1 million locked up. Some Bitcoin has been lost, whatever. So there's really probably like 16 million Bitcoin out there right now, right? With 1 mil or so more to be mined. And of that 16 or 17 mil, here's 3.2 mil, and they've just been withdrawn off the exchange. And there's an acceleration in the last 2 or 3 months since price has gone to 60K, right? There's been an acceleration, people are buying, and we're now down another 500,000. Bitcoin, my thinking on it is that it should get to test this level, 85 to 86, 84 to 86 level. I'm saying 70% chance. The other 30% is that is because of this. We're stuck inside this bear flag, right? Or parallel channel. So I'm giving a clear indication of which side I prefer. 70% chance, I say we go to 84 to 86. I want to show you guys something that was an interview with CZ and what he said about quantum risk. As I've been showing folks, I think one of the biggest threats to Bitcoin and to crypto has been quantum computing. And I've shown you guys QRL, which is quantum resistant ledger. It's QRL. That's the name of the coin. Has actually hit new all-time high 3 months after Bitcoin topped and crashed. So that goes to show whales are buying into quantum resistant coins and selling down Bitcoin. That's definitely, I would think, one of the worries of the market. So CZ himself, who's obviously an expert in this area, well, if he's not, then he's got a lot of advisors who are experts in this area, says that the threat to crypto wallets is real, right? So yeah, you could argue, oh, it may not be a threat to Bitcoin, but where are you going to put your Bitcoin? You're going to put your Bitcoin in a cold wallet, in a hot wallet, in a MetaMask wallet, whatever wallet you can think of. Wherever your Bitcoin is going to be, it's going to be in a digital wallet somewhere, right? So the threat to digital wallet is real. Then why would you be holding Bitcoin, right? If if they can hack the wallets. But he says the fix already exists. And what he said in this interview, which I watched, was that he said they're going to need to upgrade everyone's wallet first and then upgrade everyone's Bitcoin. So Bitcoin does need to go through an upgrade. And then when that happens, not everyone's Bitcoin is going to make it through. Something like 30% of Bitcoin, or even worst estimate was 50% of Bitcoins will actually be lost. Will actually be lost if you keep on pushing through with this upgrade. This is the White House. This is an actual announcement from the White House. They've, if you understand U.S. law, they've basically says presidential determination says Defense Production Act of 1950 as amended on grid infrastructure, equipment, and supply chain capacity. Wow. So for guys who are interested in gold, silver, platinum, lithium, copper, tungsten, all of that, and if you're interested in stocks, this is basically the U.S. government saying all of these items are now going to be considered for national defense, right? Everything on a grid infrastructure. What does that mean? That means the power transformers. That means the switchgear. That means the wires, right? These are going to be considered national defense. So basically, national defense assets. So they're classified the same as a tank, same as an airplane, same as a radar, same as the aircraft carrier. So for example, if you are a naughty teenager and you decided to take a baseball bat and hit a power grid, the transformer station, you might get electrocuted, you might not, right? But if you decide to do something as dumb as that, basically before they might, slap a misdemeanor charge on you because they're a teenager, but now they say this is for national defense. This is the same as if you smashed a baseball bat on a F-16 jet, right? So basically this gets a lot more serious. And this means electricity is going to be a major play now. And they say including the supply chain. What's in the electricity grid supply chain? It's silver, most conductive material in the world. It's copper, second most conductive material in the world, right? Now, which crypto exchange does Pablo use? Well, Pablo uses exchange that's non-KYC. That means even the exchange can't see who you are. So the exchange doesn't ask for your ID, then the exchange can't see you, then the IRS can't see you, the tax office can't see who you are, FBI, CIA, nobody can see you, total privacy.